Welcome to Ultimate DIY, where you learn to be your own handyman. In today's little quick episode, we are going to cover some electrical basics that every homeowner should know. We're going to cover electrical plugs, we're going to cover Romex cable, we're even going to cover a little bit of panel knowledge. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
Is this the correct way to actually install a receptacle? Or is this the correct way? The funny thing is, this is actually the correct way. If you look at most commercial applications, they're going to be installed like this, especially in industrial environments. The reason for that is if something slides down a wall and gets between the receptacle and a plug, it's going to hit the earth ground and ground out and not trip a breaker or possibly cause a fire or damage equipment. If you install it this way, in the same scenario, the plug pulls back just a little, something slides down and works its way in between. Now you are going to have your common grounding to your hot, and you're going to either be tripping breakers, damaging equipment, or even possibly starting fires. So when you install, this is the right way. But in 99.9% of residential homes, this is what you're going to find. First thing is you're going to have a green screw on one side. That is always going to be your earth ground. I think of green as green like the earth. You're going to have two silver screws. Silver screws are going to be your neutral, and I think of a neutral, the silver, as being close to white, so it's easy for me to remember where that goes. Flip it over to this side and you are going to have your copper screws. I think of copper as a great conductor, and so I think of it as my hot wire. Easy for me to remember. You're going to notice that they're separated. I've got the two coppers and I've got the two silvers. In other words, two hot and my two neutrals. It keeps them separated, so if they come loose in the box, they're not going to touch each other quite as easily. They have to travel over to get next to each other. Your green is on the same side as your neutrals because they tend to work together in the same part of your electrical box. So when I put my wire on, my wire needs to be looped around it and in the same direction. I turn the screw so it does not come undone. Now you're going to notice, and it's easier to see it here, you have these little tabs. These little tabs will actually hold the wire. You can even make your loop by starting there. We tie one hot leg in here and it goes through the little metal tab into the other side, and that can feed the next receptacle. Remember, I don't particularly like that. I like using pigtails, but it's very important that you understand that. If you look at that little clip that is right there, that clip can be removed. So you're going to take that tab, take your needle nose, grab it, and break it off. And you notice I've already got this one off. This one is broken now here. And what that is going to do is that is going to make this two separate circuits. If it's a 20 amp receptacle, I can have 20 amps feeding one and I can have 20 amps feeding the other. And now I have two separate circuits. So if I have two pieces of, say, equipment in my kitchen that pull a lot of amps, I can separate it on the actual receptacle. As far as boxes, I like these boxes because they're adjustable. They're on a metal plate and they move in and out. Turn this little screw, you'll see the plate moves forward, the plate moves back. Where this is really beneficial is a place like this, which is going to be a kitchen and there's going to be a backsplash. You don't know exactly how far that backsplash or how far out the backsplash is going to be. And so if you try to set your traditional one like this with nails, you could be too far back and now you're using spacers. Now, when you set these, you have a little notch here right on the side. You're going to line your sheetrock up to that notch, and that's going to be 1/2 inch. And then that way it will actually be setting out just a little. When you put the sheetrock on, it makes this outer trim level. If you're not familiar with how these work, the tabs that go in is what actually is going to hold this nice and firm up against the sheetrock. If you have a sheetrock person who is cutting these holes out and they cut them too big and these fall inside, that's where you're going to have to use special spacers to make that work so that they're not flopping around. It will not pass code. You're going to have different types of Romex cable. This is called Romex. It's going to be covered in a sheathing plastic that protects it, and you're going to have your conductor wires inside. This is going to be a 12-2, meaning it is a 12 gauge wire. It can handle around 20 amps, and it is going to have two main conductors, which are going to be your black hot and your white neutral. It also has an earth ground, which is usually bare copper. You also have a white cable. You're going to find these quite a bit. This is going to be a 14-2, meaning it's more rated for around 15 amps. The actual smaller the number, the bigger the wire. This particular wire here is going to be a 6-3, and this is what I use hooking up my ranges and things like that. And it is a very large connector, and it's going to handle a lot more amps, usually 30-40 amps. When you look at this, it's going to be covered in a plastic sheathing, and you strip it back and you have these wires. You're going to have on the 12-2, you've got basically three wires. You have the black hot, you have white, which is going to be your neutral, which carries that current back to the box, and you are going to have your ground or earth ground, and it's usually going to be bare copper. The black wire is going to go to the copper. The white wire is going to go to the silver. And then I'm going to use a pigtail and tie my grounds together and tie in here. Never take and twist these together and just hook one. You always want a compression fitting on the actual ground. So now let's talk safety for a second. First of all, if I'm going to pull the cover off, I'm going to flip off the power to the off position. And what that does is it is going to shut everything down up to these points. And they are protected. So when I pull the box off, I'm safe. I'm not going to be reaching in and grabbing something or touching something that's going to shock me. Another thing to keep in mind is when you're working in here, I try to stay below this area, everything down here. I watch these big wires. Do not ever touch those big wires. And I will generally try to keep one hand in my pocket and one hand while I'm working, because the power will go through your hand, through your heart. And if you're, say, touching something else metal, try to go to that. So now you have become the conductor. My common, which is going to be the big white wire, is going to tie in here, and it's going to go down this bus. Now, the interesting thing about this bus, it goes all the way down, and it has a bar. The bar goes over and carries it to the other side. So this is one big bus bar. If you were dealing with a main panel and you have earth grounds, you'll have a spike ran into the ground, and you'll have a bare wire coming up, and everything in the house, this is your Romex, you will tie an earth ground to it, which is this one here. This is my common, this is my hot. These two wires in the main service panel can be on the same bus all the way around. Not a problem. When we get to a sub panel, that changes. Now, what you will need to do is, if this is the main panel outside, they have a bonding screw location. You'll put a green bonding screw in, and it bonds the box to this common and earth ground connection so that everything is grounded. If it is a sub panel, you remove that screw or do not place that screw.
So hopefully you got a little something out of today's video. And if you want more in-depth step-by-step videos, I have links in the description for that. So if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next one.